Opening my tea party just for you. Who is that? It's Ririna, the so-called anime enthusiast fox. It's time to check out REDASH Daybreak Ultra. I think it's supposed to be for a boss rapture, but I'm not really sure. I should probably watch it first though. So I guess we'll get started. Oh. Ah, okay, so it is a boss rapture. Wow, is this metal? Did not expect that. I used to really like this kind of music when I was younger. And as always, I'll be watching this without stopping first, and then we'll go through it by pausing second time. This is definitely in the point of view of the commanders and the Nikkes. So I mean, rise up, rise and lift your guns to the sky, clearly! With the whole one-shot, two-shot, it definitely reminds me of the pilgrim, the red-haired pilgrim. Red Hood, I think that's what her name was. I know it was a reference to Red Riding Hood. I think it's Red Hood. Please let me know if I'm right. I don't know why I keep struggling with her name so much. You would think that I remember by now, but I remember her face really well. Oh, this seems like a mix of different genres though. Since this is clearly for the REDASH event, I assume it has to do with Red Hood? Oh my gosh. I hate that I can't remember her name. It's like in a very awkward name, so it's kind of hard to remember. Like compared to like a name like Dorothy. I don't know why, but her name is just so hard to remember. But it definitely sounds like it's in the point of view of a sniper type of character. So it's probably implied that the battle scene for this has to do with that pilgrim and this rapture. At least that's my assumption. I don't know how right and wrong I am. Plus there's the together we can take them out, so I assume it's the commander and the pilgrim perhaps? I think there was a point in time when someone said in the comments that the commander can eventually go... Actually no, I don't think they could go back in time, right? And then actually meet them? Maybe? At least in the event story or main story? Clearly they're moving forward. I'm not sure when the second stage is. But clearly some big attacks are happening here. With the whole final strike. So maybe this part is the second. It might have been actually, yeah. If it ends here. Okay, yeah, so it is pretty much the end. So that means it must have been at the point where they were doing that solo-ish area of the instruments with no vocals. as the start of the second stage. So I think it was like right here, perhaps. Yeah, somewhere around here. I think maybe that's when they started to change, or it was the climax of the first stage before transitioning into the second one. And that's my assumption, at least. So in the beginning, it was a lot of, I think it's called Screamo. It was very unexpected. I enjoyed it though. With Screamo, so clearly there's like an intense moment here. And clearly with the lyrics, it means that there's no way we can escape. We have to fight this battle. We need to win, as of course in every boss stage that tends to be the case. But in particular here, it says that there's really no way to escape. There's no way to step back and move away from this fight. So we might as well embrace it and move forth. So it does show that the boss doesn't seem, I mean, obviously, even though there's like Screamo and instruments like guitar that you can hear in the back, I don't feel like this particular boss is as terrifying as some of the other ones that I've checked out when it comes to music. But obviously it does seem like a boss that is quite fun to defeat. Maybe because it has the same vibe as that Pilgrim. I'm just gonna call her that for now, because I'm not sure, 100% sure that that's her name. Red Hood. I know it was a reference to Red Riding Hood. Why can't I remember? Anyways. I'm so sorry, I can't remember. I'm really bad with names, okay? Except for Dorothy, because her name is actually very easy to remember for some reason. Maybe I'm just better off remembering pink-haired girls. Anyways, in this part, clearly there's some intensity in the fight, but at the same time there is some reassurance that things will be okay, at least with the Pilgrim on our side. I don't know if they do this in the later part of the game, but I do wonder if they'll ever let us borrow, I guess, lore accurate characters, as in like in the part of the story we're supposed to be fighting with them, so, or using them in the fight. But I guess they don't really do that, huh? It makes me kind of sad, because I do want to experience it at its greatness. But in any case, the whole lyrics that they showed clearly just sounds like a typical, like, we're gonna rise up and then defeat you type of song. Not to mention, we know that it's from the REDASH event, which means it has to do with that red-haired Pilgrim, which means that there isn't much, I guess, fear or uncertainty on how to defeat this rapture. It's just more like, okay, let's just fight and then win this and get it over with. And I think that tends to be the case. And even the whole let's march on, no more steps back, it all reinforces the fact that we're gonna defeat this rapture, no problems. And then I still think this, I'm not really sure what this is called. Dubstep? I don't think it's dubstep, is it? So if someone can clarify, that'd be great. But this particular part is most likely when the end of the first stage happens, before it transitions to the second stage, which I feel like is right before the lyrics part, or the vocal part. Like from here onwards, I think this is when they reach the second stage. At the very least, that's my assumption. I'm not sure how correct I am. But clearly we made a lot of progress, and that's why they said, and we have come so far, which is another reason why I think this is probably when the start of the second stage is for the boss. And we've already got some injuries from the battle, but obviously we'll complete this no matter what. And this is the final strike, indicates that this is going to be the end of this fight sooner or later. And I think they pretty much go through it with the same lyrics and meanings behind them. I can't really think of anything else that really requires more analysis because it's a pretty straightforward song. And it's a really nice song, I'm not gonna lie. I very much like this. It very much reminds me of the old days when I really was obsessed with this type of music. But obviously, you know, Victory, there's just no way that it's pretty much a repeat of everything. Yeah, so there's really not much else I can talk about here, but overall, I did enjoy this song. Please let me know if you have any other recommendations. I do have a lot down in my list, but go ahead and recommend more if you have any that you feel like might not be on my list. I do have the list on my Discord, so you could always just check there if you would like, but for the most part, I always write down everyone's recommendations in the thread there as a way to check easily. For myself, mostly. Anyways, my kids, what do you think of today's video? I reacted to REDASH Daybreak Ultra and obviously analyzed it as much as I can and gave some guesses. Not sure if I'm right, as always, but isn't that the fun of it? I always do want to react to this kind of stuff before I actually play the event or story part, mostly because then I can make some fun guesses rather than basing off of what I already know of that event, which is also fun too, but isn't guessing a lot more fun? At least, I'm not sure from a viewer's perspective, but it's quite fun for me. Anyways, let's actually this time. Remember to keep it safe, and as always, I'm inviting you to my next tea party. The so-called anime enthusiast Fox. Who's that? This was Ririna, so until the next one then, bye!